The Dunedin Medical School is planning for its third TTB Hospital event. The event sees medical students taking blood pressure readings, checking bears' eyes and ears, and wrapping injuries in bandages. Lucy Sulzberger is here to explain what it's all about. Good evening, Lucy.
Good evening.
Tell us about the TTB Hospital. What's it about?
Well, it's a very exciting event and it's run entirely by medical students here in Dunedin. The event sees groups of kindergarten children coming in from all around the Dunedin area, and they bring along their favourite soft toy who is a bit unwell at the time, and they come in and have a consultation with a medical student who acts as a TD doctor.
Now, what's the idea behind the event?
Well, as I'm sure you can imagine, going to the doctor when you're quite a young child is a very daunting experience sometimes. Often for these children, going to hospitals even to visit relatives or often to the doctor to receive their immunisations can be incredibly frightening. So the idea behind TTB's hospital is to create positive experiences interacting with medical care, really.
And this is an international event as well, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What's its history?
Well, the event comes under the International Federation of Medical Students Associations. It's quite a mouthful, but it runs all throughout the world. Of note in the UK and in Australia and in Auckland and Dunedin. It's only in its third year in New Zealand, but in New Jersey, in fact, I know that they're in their 9th year of the event.
Now, who's behind the event here in Dunedin?
Well, it's run by the Otago medical students, like I said, and as well we liaise with the Dunedin Kindergarten Association, and they're really great at helping us contact the kindergartens to make sure everyone has the chance of getting involved, and of course our sponsors as well, Mercy Hospital and the Medical Assurance Association have been incredibly generous.
What are some of the issues that children face when they go to the doctor?
Well, like I mentioned before, there's the immunisations, which I'm not sure if you've witnessed a 4-year-old receiving their immunisations, but it's a pretty horrific thing for both the parent and the child, really. And also, young children often feel a bit guilty when they go to the doctor, and they worry that they're responsible for being unwell, and it's almost like a punishment sometimes. So it's really important that we reassure them that being unwell is not their fault, and it's perfectly normal to need to go to the doctor.
Now, what about the medical students themselves? What sort of problems do they face when they're dealing with the very young?
Well, the students involved in this event, in fact, are 2nd and 3rd year medical students, so we're actually yet to have much clinical experience with anyone, in particular children, yet. So for us, it's quite an interesting opportunity to really practice our interactions with young children and making sure that they feel comfortable with us and that we can explain things to them in an appropriate way.
And what's planned for the event here in Dunedin?
Well, this year we've put on more sessions than we ever have before. We've got 9 sessions running over 4 days at the beginning of August, and at each of those sessions 40 children will be attending. So we're expecting over 350 sick TDs to come along and over 180 medical students will be involved.
Sounds wonderful. Lucy Sulzberger, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.